moving on to another one of those vital signs. When you go to the doctor for any reason, they take your vital signs. And blood pressure is one of your vital signs for a variety of different reasons. What you're looking at right here is the SmartHeart digital arm cuff blood pressure monitor. There are a lot of different kinds of blood pressure monitors. This one, I think, is the easiest that I've ever seen. It is accurate. It's got your systolic, diastolic, and pulse results. And this allows you to either have that preventative care or to know your numbers and be armed with your personal information when you need it. What I love is that this is a summer price. For $59.95, it is unheard of. For a unit this powerful, you could pay upwards of double for this. And we're gonna give you all of the details, but blood pressure, knowing your blood pressure numbers, again, is so important for all of us to know.
It is so important because, you know, I don't know if you're aware at home, I know you know your personal stories with tragedy or crisis, and not to get too gloomy, but it is the silent killer, and I'm talking about high blood pressure or hypertension. 1 out of 3 adults in this country has high blood pressure. That's 75 million Americans.
Wow.
Now, only about half of those folks, and if you're at home and you have high blood pressure, you're trying to control it with things like medication, diet, exercise, and only half of you have it under control. And this is the scary part. If you don't know if you have high blood pressure, this is why you need one of these badly, because another 1 in 3 or another 75 million Americans has pre-hypertension. So that is a crisis waiting to happen. Now, $46 billion, that's with a B, okay, that it costs this country, and that's costing you money with medical bills, it's costing you money losing work, you know, missing out on things in your daily life, medications, all of the above. So what you want to do is you want to get a clinically accurate device. Now, this is brand new model, brand new technology. It is my new favorite. This is not a wrist monitor. This is an arm monitor. And it's a gorgeous unit, okay? It's that small and compact. It's that discreet. It actually comes with the carrying case, so you can bring that around and not worry about, you know, other people knowing your business. You can get that accurate reading on your arm. If you love an arm monitor, this is the one to get because it's tubeless, it's attached to the cuff. There are no hoses that you have to worry about. It's going to store up to 500 readings in memory. And you can see right there how easy it is to put on. All you're going to do is line it right up on your arm. It's gonna face you when you have that reading. It's gonna take about 30, maybe 40 seconds tops to get that clinically accurate reading discreetly, comfortably, and it's going to give you a wealth of information. It's gonna give you your systolic, your diastolic, your heart rate, and it's going to time and date stamp 250 readings for user 1 and another 250 readings for user 2. And you see the size of arm that this is gonna fit. Tamara, it's gonna fit your arm, it'll fit Jen's arm here next to me. It's also gonna fit my arm all the way up to 16.5 inches. I wish I was too big for this monitor, but you know, I need to work out a little bit more, but it's gonna accommodate a wide range. So you see, as Jen slides this comfortably onto her arm, latex-free cuff ensures that you don't have to worry about any sort of sensitivity. Now, as she puts this on here, you'll see it kind of takes the guesswork out of it because it says, you know, shoulder, and it points down toward your wrist. So it tells you that you have it in the right position. You know, it's not upside down. All you have to do is line it right up with your artery here and push the button to start. So if Jen is user 1, she presses user 1. If Jen is user 2, she presses user 2. So if you're sharing this with somebody, that's one of the biggest complaints is you don't need to toggle back and forth between users with this model. They've really got everything figured out. And one of the things that I love about this, it's all included. They've thought of everything with this, which is why it's my new favorite for the arm monitor, is it's rechargeable. So out of the package, simply plug it into the wall, charge it up for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and you'll get that fully charged unit, and all you need to do is keep a full charge, and you can see right there, there's Jen. Jen, you are on the money. So
oh, wow.
122 over 80. So we say 120 over 80 is normal blood pressure. Jen is about more normal than us, Tamara. 85 for a heart rate. And you see that time and date stamped. So systolic, diastolic. If you don't know how to interpret that reading, then it has the hypertension indicator on the other side. That's the color coded, and just lean it that way just a little bit. You see where that bar is that's lit up?
Yeah.
That means that she is green. She's within normal limits. That means she doesn't have anything to worry about with this reading. But again, you're looking at the trending information. And with this monitor, I can't stress enough, this is going to trend your information for about 8 months worth of readings if you take your blood pressure once a day. It's absolutely phenomenal. And like you said, I shop these all the time. And as a registered nurse, I cannot believe, you know, that the Veridian is offering this to you at home, because I usually see upwards of $100 for something that gives you this much technology. Not only that, but Veridian is going to go ahead and back this up with a limited warranty of 5 years. They're going to back it right up for you.
That's so amazing. I mean, especially when you consider this might be something that you do use every day. When you think about, and you mentioned your trend of your blood pressure, because typically when you go to the doctor, they'll take your blood pressure, but that's a snapshot, a moment in time. And maybe you're at the doctor because you don't feel well. So maybe your blood pressure is elevated at that moment in time. But what really matters is how it trends throughout the days, the weeks, or even a month. So you have, because you can do it yourself, you can do it every day, maybe at the same time every day, you can start to develop a trend. So even when you do go to the doctor, if it is elevated, you can say, well, typically my blood pressure is this. And look, let me show you. Because it stores all of that information. You don't have to write anything down. You don't have to keep a personal diary. This one does it for you. What you're seeing right there is where you just recharge it, so you never have to buy a battery on this. So it's always going to be ready to go when you need it.
Such a great point, Tamara, because a lot of the complaints I have with a lot of these monitors, not only are they not private, you have to go out in public somewhere and take your blood pressure, or you're at the doctor's office where you're going to probably get an artificially high reading because you're nervous, you're in a clinical setting. With this, you don't need to worry about that. You keep it fully charged. That ensures that you're always going to get that clinically accurate reading.
Right.
That ensures that you're not going to have a low battery and it's going to throw off your readings. You really have an all-in-one monitor. And I love this case. I take it around. I'm kind of like a nerd. You know, I'm a medical nerd. I love how it has this case included with it. Nobody knows what's in it. I can actually fit the wall charger right in here.
Good.
So I can plug it in anywhere. If you're at work or on the go, you can plug it in. And again, no tubes. If you have experience using an arm monitor and you prefer that, you're always struggling plugging tubes in. And then when you plug the tubes in, you have another contraption that you have to use, and not with this. So as I look through the memory feature right here, I'm just going to kind of switch through.
That was high.
Look at how nice the reading, not the reading, you're right, it is high. But look at how nice the display is. It just pops out for you, you know, so you can see that. And again, I don't have 250 readings in here, but I can, and that's the point. And you see this hypertension indicator. Watch that little bar as I cycle through this. It's going to change positions. That one's all the way down to normal. Then it's going to hop up. The point is, you don't have to interpret your readings. You can look at the hypertension indicator. It's kind of, you know, dummy-proof. It takes the guesswork out of it. And sometimes people are worried and concerned to check their blood pressure on a regular basis because they don't know what they're doing, or they're a little intimidated. It takes the fear, it takes the guesswork out of it for you. And seriously, with those statistics, with, again, 2 out of 3 adults in this country having high blood pressure, 150 million, you know somebody who has high blood pressure. Maybe it's you, but with me, you know, my mom had a heart attack some years ago, and it's because she had high blood pressure that she didn't know about, okay? Because it usually comes with no signs or symptoms.
That's right.
So again, it's this easy. Jen's sliding that on. It tells her what to do and tells her where to line the unit. It's very easy. She doesn't have to attach any tubes. And all she has to do is press one button. That's it. 30 seconds, she's going to get that reading, and she's going to be able to store 250 readings for her, 250 readings for a loved one.
And it's $14.99 to get it home. I mean, if this were super expensive, I would, again, understand I want it, I need it, but I'm just not going to do it. $14.99, and that's just for this hour, and because it's on 4 Flex, because these are the kinds of things that we need to have. There's some things that are fun to have, fun to buy. These are the things that we need to have. And the fact that it's this simple, you get everything. You never have to buy a battery because you can recharge it. It can store for 2 different people. It can store up to a total of 500 readings. I mean, there's every reason to have this at home. And instead of going to the drugstore or the or the gym, you can use this at home.
And as Jen shows off again with her nice normal reading, which I'm not going to be mad at you. I am glad. I'm glad that you're healthy and you're fit. And Jen likes to monitor her heart rate because she runs marathons. And at 82, that's a nice heart rate within normal limits.
Yeah.
There's one other thing that we have here. And again, they've thought of everything. This shows you how advanced the technology is on this. It actually comes with an off switch, all right here. So when you get it out of the package at home, folks, just make sure that you plug it in and charge it, get it fully charged. And the only time that you're going to switch this off is when you get on an airplane, because the technology is so advanced with the advanced inflation technology that it's kind of like taking your cell phone on the plane. You know, it has a lithium-ion battery. That's the only time you're going to switch that switch to off.
Okay, so turn it on, leave it on.
Leave it on.
Taking it on a trip. Most of us wouldn't take it with us, but leave it on, definitely. So 611